Hey, how's it going, guys? I'm Paradoxic, and welcome back to The Boys. This time we're on episode 3 of season 2, titled Over the Hill with the Swords of 1,000 Men. That is one long-ass title. But yeah, episode 3. So episode 2, we had proper planning and preparation. We found out that the Supe Terrorist that the group are hunting is actually still a telekinetic and also Kimiko's brother. She was experimented on by shining light in the same way that she was. They pumped him full of compound V2 and gave him telekinesis, and then their village was destroyed by Homelander sent by the Americans and everything. So that happened, and I think he would still see the Supes as evil the same way the group would, but he also sees, all of them. He still has the indoctrination that all that kind of talk that the Shining Light group gave him in his mind still. So he's still on their side, but he also kind of sees a common enemy with the Supes and everything. So I think seeing how that develops is going to be an interesting piece. But we had Homelander spending some time with his son Ryan. He was giving him some kind of some superhero talk to some kind of giving him the kind of superhero supremacy pep talk, telling him that he had powers and that they were both the same, and that that they were superior beings compared to everyone else on Earth, and that they could do whatever they wanted and no one could stop. All that same jazz that Homelander is thriving off of right now. He gave to his son. So yeah, it was awkward. It was awkward. I think you could definitely tell that much. The kid was definitely weirded out by how close Homelander was trying to get to him. He didn't really see Homelander as much of a father, just as Homelander. He only ever knew Homelander as Homelander. So to see this guy suddenly coming up to him and telling him he was his father and playing catch with him and giving him this kind of talk was definitely weird for him. But we had that kind of stuff, and he said he's here to stay. He assured Rebecca that he was here to stay, and that he wasn't going to leave Ryan's life. He needed, the way he saw it, Ryan needed a father, and Homelander was the father. So yeah, that is going to be interesting to see unfold. We had that. We had Starlight blackmailing A-Train. A-Train woke up from his medical thing, and he was already doing missions. But he also came back to America to do his thing with Vought, and he revealed he actually remembers. He remembers everything that went down. He remembers Huey betraying them and her betraying the team too by letting Huey escape. And he was going to get ready. He found the compound V. That that Gecko smuggled out the labs for Starlight, and he threatened to go to Vought with that. And then she threatened to go to the public, especially Sports Illustrated, with the fact that he killed Popcorn, because Vought was fine with it. Vought covered it up. Homelander covered it up. But if the companies that A-Train made brand deals with found out that he actually killed another superhero, that would cause a scandal. That he is not prepared to deal with. So she blackmailed him with that and took the compound V back. So now I think how that develops will be interesting as well. Like seeing if he actually does go forward with it and how she approaches it too. So yeah, I'm curious. I'm curious as to see, because this is going to be like a whole new team dynamic. It's going to be a whole new team dynamic. Not everyone's going to trust each other, but they're all going to force themselves to get along with each other under Homelander's orders. Homelander is going to try and push them all together and force them to smile for the family photo. So seeing just how much the stuff behind the scenes affects the stuff in front of the camera, I think is going to be an interesting thing to see this season. So that was that. And Stormfront, Stormfront is just being herself. She kind of revealed where she stands. She doesn't really believe in any of the stuff that Vought pays her to say to the camera. She even has some of her own thoughts. Regarding the whole boys and girls superhero thing and everything else going on. Even had her own kind of idol growing up, so she still kind of believes in Pippi Longstocking and everything. And she just has her own thing going on. She has her own kind of stance and her own idea about how to be a superhero going on. So seeing how that kind of stuff progresses is going to be cool. I think I like her so far. I kind of wish I didn't know how much people hated her, because then I wouldn't just be sitting around waiting for her to do something bad. I genuinely want her to be a good superhero, but now that I know people out there actually hate her, it's kind of harder to watch, knowing that she does something that makes. I mean, I mean, there are characters who could do good things and still make people hate them simply because of who they are, but I don't know if this is that kind of case or if this is something else. But yeah, I part of me is just sitting here waiting for her to do something terrible, like blast a puppy's head open or something. There's something terrible that, you know, justifies the hatred towards her. But I don't know, I like her so far. I'm enjoying her so far, so I'm just kind of seeing where things go on that front. But we had that, and then we had the team. You know, Huey messed up. Huey messed up Billy's shot at Kimiko's brother because he was her brother. And at the end of the episode, he warned him never to get in his way again, otherwise he would actually kill him. So Billy, I think, you know, on the one hand, Huey is doing a good job antagonizing some people this season so far, and Billy is just, you know, Billy's doing things for his own self gain. He, like, everything he's doing right now is, you know, he's mentioning Mother's Milk's family, Marvin's family, as an afterthought, but his main goal is to get back to Becca. That is the only reason he's doing any of this. You know, the only reason he's still harboring any hatred towards Homeland, the only reason he's back in the game is because Frenchie called him, but also, you know, he's continuing it because, you know, because he wants something. And Mallory identified that when he went to her for help in the last episode. She actually identified that, you know, he wouldn't be doing this unless he wanted something out of himself. So yeah, I think colors will be shown, true colors and, you know, dark colors will be shown in this season. People's different kind of moods and tones will be explored. So I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, that is all the stuff. We had some stuff with we had some interesting stuff with Queen Maeve and Elena. Explored too, like, you know, like the reason she's so afraid to be seen with her and for their relationship to actually become public is because she knows what happens at the hands of Homelander to the people who express any kind of interest towards her. You know, like one guy at a dinner party chatted her up and then he ended up getting torn apart in his own office. So, you know, that is the very last thing she wants to happen to Elena. So yeah, it's a scary world. It's a scary fucking world. So yeah, that is pretty much all I've got from last episode, so episode 3. Over the Hill with the Swords of 1,000 Men. Let's go. The uncut reaction will be over on Patreon. This will be the highlights reel, so if you want the full-length watch-along, that'll be over on Patreon, so you can go see that there. But yeah, episode 3. Let's go. Oh, Christ, okay.
Fucking hell, kid, stop raving.
Oh, yeah, he wants to pop one at Butcher. He wants to pop one at Butcher. Oh, the Compound V is attacking his heart again. It's not a good sign.
Mama?
Yeah.
Quiero
I calls her Mama.
Si.
And he speaks Spanish.
Who's that?
That's Spanish. Monday mornings we have breakfast in Espanol.
Oh, I like that. Bit of multilingualism.
Hey, Ryan.
All 7 of us.
Oh, this is Dawn of the Seven. This is Dawn of the Seven.
Hans Zimmer.
Hans
Title
Zimmer.
card, Dawn of the 7, cut to black.
Hans Zimmer doing the score. That is a good idea. That is a good idea.
Fuck, I don't want to jinx this, but Lin-Manuel Miranda wants to do the voice.
I love Hamilton.
The world loves Hamilton.
Lin-Manuel Miranda, Amy Santiago's brother.
Of course.
This love fest. I just want to be a part of
Okay.
it.
Understood.
Superheroes are not born, but made. In
The
fact,
Compound V
created
news.
By a chemical serum, Compound V, produced and
Yeah, the
administered
Compound
by
V news
Boston
got out.
International.
Yeah.
The company, especially if they are not carefully guided through the process.
Is Black Noir crying?
Has refused to release a statement. Likewise,
Black
Dr.
Noir is
Jonah
I didn't think that was
former
possible.
CSO at the company, today breaking news that superheroes are not.
Oh my god.
Look at what you
Jeez, he scared me for a
Your
second.
tips.
Look at what the kid just did.
Me and Starlight, but yeah.
The fucking kid.
The kid. Petit V.
Oh, shit. No.
Nice one. All right, real nice one.
No, he needs Becca. Becca is the only thing that will
You
satisfy
can't even
him.
give me this, can you?
When we're all done here, I'll buy you a nice big family-sized bottle of top-shelf lube, and I'll tickle your balls till your big meters stop. And even then, I won't. I just won't do it. But right now,
Yeah, fuck him. You did great.
I'm glad these two are on his side. I'm glad MM and Frenchie are on his side. Yeah, you got friends in those two. You got friends in those two.
to jump.
Oh, he's gonna try and see if he can fly. No, Homelander, he's a kid. He's a kid. Oh Christ! Oh no, that will not end well.
Buddy,
Don't push him off the roof! Don't push him off the roof! Don't push him.
you called me dad.
Yeah, don't push him off the roof after that. Don't do this.
To you was give you a son that you were raising like a little girl.
Let go of me.
He's mine.
Get your hands off of her!
Yes. Oh yes. Yeah. Terror. Yeah. Laser him to shreds, Ryan. Laser him to shreds.
Just like me, Ryan.
No, I'm not like you. I'm nothing like you. I fucking hate you. Leave us alone.
Hey, it's okay. Ryan,
Ryan's got a bright future ahead of him.
buddy, it's okay.
Leave us alone.
Ryan, this is a good thing.
The night our parents were murdered, Kimiko just stopped talking. Can't talk. She's never made a sound since.
PTSD turned her
In the camp,
mute.
came up with a language so we could get through it.
You invented your own sign language? Really?
It saved us.
Yeah, just one finger is enough. One finger is enough. Oh, it's a Homelander drink. Oh, Christ. Oh.
Kind of misunderstanding.
Oh. Oh, damn. Okay. Oh, no. Wait, Huey? Huey, what are you doing? Oh, a life thingy. A hula hoop. A sea hula hoop.
And thank God I found my second win because it's you. You're my second win.
Yeah, someone's definitely dying. I can tell that from now. Someone is definitely dying. Oh, is it sharks? Is it sharks? It's the deep, isn't it? This is his chance to get back into 7. Oh. A whale! That's a whole lot of oh, it's the deep riding a whale. Nanny, yeah, he headed for the storm drain. He killed the whale. Oh, he killed the whale. He impaled it. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, gee.
Oh, oh my God.
You all right?
You ain't going? I ain't going.
Oh, damn. He's really putting that move.
In a second. He's your canary.
What canary?
You let your canary die? How you gonna know when you're gone too far?
The kid doesn't want to borrow me. Fuck him.
No, fuck you. You're the one. Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna hate Butcher this season. I can just tell. Butcher is gonna keep pushing and pushing, and he's not gonna stop.
I'm so sorry. I was just like gonna try to stop my train.
This
So you're
Black
saying
Noir.
there's people with the terrorists? Look at me.
There is no fucking way you're coming back.
There's no need for language. All right, enough.
It's the boys. There's gonna be
Do
a
not have
language.
time for this. All right, everyone in the tunnels.
Yeah, everyone in the tunnels.
Please don't let her be a female Homelander.
Eyeballs on the target.
Gill is showing.
Oh, really?
Cover it up.
Oh, his gills are showing?
Disgusting.
Oh. That's barely anything. That's barely a peep. I thought it was like a literal torn up shreds or something. No, that's... Oh. You're his second wind.
Boy, cunt.
Oh.
William?
Eat this motherfucker.
Oh, the terrorist. Oh, the super terrorist, yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, damn. Oh, he put a bridge down on them. He put a bridge down on them.
Hey guys!
Oh. Okay, Stormfront, let's not hurt innocent people. No. Stormfront? No. I asked for one thing. I asked for one thing. Oh, Jesus. No, don't. Oh my God. Oh.
Can't do your magic little hand thingy anymore? How come?
Oh, his hands.
Open your eyes.
Oh, Jesus.
I like to see the light go out.
Oh, you are a psychopath, just like him. You're just like him.
Fucking yellow bastard.
Oh my fuck.
You snooze, you lose, Gramps.
I went 2 whole episodes actually liking Stormfront. I don't know if I can take. I don't know if it's possible to take any of that back. I spent 2 whole episodes actually enjoying her character.
Stop the terrorist before he can take more innocent lives. I don't want
Oh, fuck. Fuck me. Yeah, Kimiko's got an axe to grind. Kimiko has an axe to grind. Safe to say. Very safe to say, all my expression of enjoying Stormfront's character and calling her cute and enjoying her and saying I liked her, safe to say those particular comments did not age too well at all. Safe to say those comments didn't age too well. Fuck. Okay, yeah, I'm starting to see why people have a problem. I'm starting to see why people actually have an issue with her. And you'd be insane not to, unless you had the exact same frame of mind as her, you'd be insane not to. Like, even Homelander seems to have a problem. That shows you what a problem she is. Even Homelander seems to see something wrong with her. I mean, yes, like, okay, for one thing, right, I asked for one thing. I asked for one thing this season, not to turn her into a female Homelander. They crashed through that barrier and just sent her skyrocketing right ahead. They're like, she's arguably worse. She's arguably worse than him. She kills innocent people just for the fun of it, you know, like, you know, Homelander, I would like to argue that Homelander would at least ask people to move out of his way before forcibly doing so. With her, it's, you know, just kill first, get the terrorist. No, don't even ask questions. Don't bother asking questions. Just kill first, get the terrorist, and then get the terrorist. You know, like she lightning thrusted a dude into the fridge and cracked his head open. She literally blew up several floors. Killing God knows how many innocent people. And then, God, even the way she killed Kimiko's brother, like the way she killed him, like, I can't get out of my head. Like, she opened his hands. Literally just split his hands open, and then even the racism coming out too. I'm not gonna repeat that line. I'm not gonna repeat that line. You know, the racism coming. I didn't see that one coming. That shocked me. You know, everything shocked me, but the racism as well, like the extra mile. Like, she's sadistic. Even her saying, like, you know, open your eyes. I like to see the light go. Like, we've never even heard Homelander say that. Homelander, he might show it physically. Like he might not say it. He would just, you know, he wouldn't even care. Like, you know, his psychopath moment in season 1 was him literally thrusting his hands into a dude's chest and then complaining about the blood on his glove. That was his psychopath moment. With her, she announces enjoying seeing the light go out in someone's eyes as they die. That is just the epitome of sadism. That's the epitome of sadism. That... I don't know anymore. I don't know anymore. This show breaks the limit. This show breaks the limit, and God knows what the comics are like. God only knows what the comics are like. I don't know. I don't know. This just, yeah, and then of course the racism right after she kills him. It's fuck. It was brutal. It was a brutal kill. It was an absolutely brutal kill. Okay, so now chances are we're just going to spend the rest of the season hating Stormfront, which seems logical. We're going to spend the rest of the season hating Homefront, and she's going to make an enemy out of the 7 too. I'm pretty sure. I mean, she's already made somewhat of an enemy out of Homelander. I feel like she's going to go the extra mile and just make an enemy out of everyone. Like, you know, like that. I think, you know, that speech she gave to Starlight about, you know, oh, be a bitch if you need to, just be yourself, you know, don't be unapologetic about it. I feel like that's just her saying it. Like, for her, in her experience, it's been because of her powers. She can literally abuse anyone she wants, and she can get away with it. It's somewhat it's similar to Homelander. But with him, he actually has people he borderline cares about. With Stormfront, she has no one. It's just herself, so she only has to look after herself. She's just, you know, it's sadism. It's sadism mixed in with psychopathy, mixed in with a nice little twist of racism there too. So, Jesus, and even and killing her brother too, killing Kimiko's brother. You know, Kimiko is going to have an axe to grind. Kimiko is going to have one of the biggest axes to grind with Stormfront in this season. So I don't know what a second fight between them, like what a second or third fight between them might end up looking like. I don't know what that might look like, but it's going to be brutal. I can already tell it's going to be brutal. A lot of punches, a lot of throwing through buildings, a lot of lightning. So she is like a storm then. She actually does have like purple lightning, like a thunderstorm, that she uses to mercilessly kill people with. Like, literally, I think it's the way she kills people too. It's the way she kills people. Like, you know, that guy on the stairs, she could have easily pushed him out of the way. Like, the people she could have easily pushed out of the way. Instead, she chose to turn them into intentional collateral damage. Like Homelander, he would, you like, we saw him on the plane. On the plane, he gave them a warning. On the plane, he gave them a warning. He told them, you know, if you don't stay back, then I will laser you all. If that was Stormfront, she would have just brought the whole plane down just because she would have brought the whole plane down anyway. But, you know, with Homelander, he actually gives a warning, that, you know, gives you like a verbal kind of, you know, like he has like verbal psychopathy. He actually warns you before he actually kills you and tears you apart. But, you know, with Stormfront, just because like she is a bitch just because she can be. So, you know, it was absolute BS, that speech she gave to Starlight. It wasn't, I mean some of it, like, you know, like some of what she said, like, you know, like her being with her supporting her in her thing against the Deep, like, you know, some of that could have been genuine, but at the same time she has just like equally negative traits, like equally negative aspects to her that she kind of enforces as much as, you know, just some of the stuff she hates, like, so, like the stuff she gave, like the advice she gave her, the Pippi Longstocking thing, the whole next time that happens, bite it off thing, like that stuff could have been genuine. That stuff could have been genuine, but also she does have equally, you know, negative like aspects to her that should that define how she is. So. Yeah, I don't know. I can't take those 2 episodes back, can I? I cannot take those 2 episodes back. It's just, jeez, it's not a good look. It's not a good look finding someone like that attractive. It's really not. But, you know, I think it's now her true colors have actually been revealed. Now you get to see more of it as the season progresses. Now we get to see more of it as the season progresses, and it's not going to be fun. It is not going to be fun in the slightest of senses. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like she might be the Supe antagonist. I feel like she might be the superhero antagonist this season. because of how she is and stuff that and the stuff that and the way that she is may well get uncovered. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's too early to tell. It's too early to tell. For all we know, she could make it into season 3. For all we know, she could literally last into season 3, and we could keep having to deal with her BS. So yeah, but I think one thing I do want to see explored is the dynamic between her and or the rivalry between her and Homelander. Homelander already hates her guts, but thing is, like all he said was he is mine. I think. If it was Homelander would have killed her too. I think maybe Homelander might have killed him too. But it's the fact that the only thing he said was he is mine. He is mine. I said he's mine. He never mentioned. He wasn't there to hear what she said. He was never there to hear what the things that she said to Kimiko's brother before she killed him. He just saw he saw his wrist was split open. He saw that much because the blood was pouring out. He saw that, and he saw that he was lying lifeless on the ground. So he saw that much, but he didn't really see anything else of what went on. So I think he might have an idea. He might have an idea. They should it could have looked very, very different had she insta killed him with lightning instead of actually taking her time with breaking the wrists and just snapping his neck and everything. So yeah, that line I can't get over. Like her saying, open your eyes. I like to look. I like to watch the light go out. Like that kind of stuff. That hit me, and then the other line hit me, and Stormfront is a piece of work. She is a piece of work. So yeah, I don't even know. Yeah, I strongly, I dislike her now. I at the very, very least, I dislike her now. But yeah, I'm interested to see how the story goes on, even with her in it. I will say that much. I'm very interested to see how the story goes on with her in it, how she impacts it, what she does to the Seven, what she does in front of the Seven. Stuff like that, and she's on camera. Edgar is using her instead of Homelander on camera and giving her the chance to talk. So, yeah, I don't know how this stuff might go. But yeah, in other news, we had Compound V. The Compound V stuff was released. The Compound V news was released to the public, and everyone then found out that no superheroes are born. No superheroes are born superheroes. They're all made. So all the people on the Seven, all of the Seven actually found out exactly what that meant for them. They're all made in a lab and then handed back to their parents. They were never born that way. And I think it was interesting seeing the impact it had on different people. Starlight already knew, but A-Train didn't know that. A-Train's situation, he said they would lose everything, especially the money. And then he said, the only person who thinks that there are more important things than money are the only people who grew up with the money already. And it's true in Annie's case. It's true. I mean, I think in the Seven's case it would be true because their parents were given money by Vought to pay for the medical bills, so they didn't have to worry about that stuff. But just all the super financially speaking, the superhero side of things was taken care of by Vought, I believe. They gave them, I don't know if they gave everyone money, but because there are superheroes who are superheroes, but just not within the Seven. So I don't know if their families were given money, or if it's just ones who were given potential to be in the Seven or something, or if it's people who specifically volunteered their kids to be experimented on by Vought. I don't know, but yeah, but he had that kind of backstory, so he felt like he was in trouble. And then what shocked me, Black Noir was crying. Black Noir was actually crying. I didn't think that would happen. I didn't see that kind of action from Black. I mean, it's even tougher when you literally can't see any inch of his skin, any part. You can't see his face. You can't tell what his expression is underneath. It's all in his mannerisms, his body language. That's the only thing you can ever tell. So to see and hear him crying was a very, very weird thing. And I guess it proves even super assassins have feelings. So he felt bad because he thought he was born a badass, but he was just experimenting on his baby, and it gave him superpowers. And that's why he is. So he was crying. That is an image I probably won't ever be able to get out of my mind. Just Black Noir sat against a wall in a hallway, crying, listening to the news, literally crying too. So. Yeah, that was that. But the Deep shared his own story of how he had mental issues when he was a kid. He as a kid, he started hearing the fish. He started hearing the fish in his head. He started hearing the fish's voices in his head. Like, you know, he went to Red Lobster, the aquarium, everywhere, and he could hear the fish actually begging, crying to him. That he could actually hear the fish's voice begging to be saved, crying to be saved instead of being slaughtered at Red Lobster or gawked at in the aquarium. But you could hear that. So as a kid, from a young age, and his mother told him it was a gift. His mother told him he was gifted. So he grew up hearing all those voices, and then he eventually developed gills and stuff. And even the gills, like that thing with Homelander telling him that, you know, that his vest was torn and that his gills were showing and that they were disgusting. Like, that kind of thing doesn't make a situation better. Like, you know, we had a whole episode, like a whole thing last episode, where Patton Oswalt voiced his gills and reassured him that, you know, his body wasn't disgusting to look at and that he was actually okay, and even sang him a song. Reassured him in song form that he was beautiful and that he deserved to be loved, and that nothing was wrong. We had a whole thing about that. We had a whole scene, and then this episode, Homelander just tells him that his gills look disgusting. And it wasn't even a huge tear. It was like a peep. It was a very, very teeny tiny peep showing through his gills. So it wasn't really much. But either way, Homelander felt the need to criticize his body even more and stuff like that. And Starlight wasn't very, very happy to see him either. So he assured her that he was deeply apologetic for what he did to her and that he was actually on a path of enlightenment and all that crap. So yeah, he's not back with the 7. He's definitely not back with the 7, but he is working his way back up and he is being the Deep again. He's being the Deep. He attacked the boat with I think it was like sharks or something. I think it was sharks or something with big fins, and then he attacked them with a whale. He attacked them with a whale, and yeah, Billy's big plan was to just ram the boat right through the whale. No, not even drive into it, like just literally drive through it, just ram it right through it. He impaled the whale with the boat. And everyone had to climb dig their way through whale guts and just climb their way out of blood and guts and intestines and God knows what else. You know, Huey just couldn't even do it anymore. Huey literally couldn't do it. Huey, you know, he recorded a very, very sad goodbye note to Starlight, referencing her being his second wave or a second light or something in reference to a Billy Joel song. And then he cried, and then he, you know, felt remorse over watching the helicopter of NYPD officers go down, knowing that they'd just hoping they could be saved, but then Billy said they had no time, and then driving into a fucking whale didn't help his situation at all either. You know, Billy, I think, yeah, and even Mother's Milk referenced it. Billy is broken. Huey is broken. Huey is, you know, he's on the verge. He's on the breaking point. He's very, very much on the breaking point, and it's unknown to anyone how much more he can take. It's unknown to anyone how much more he can take without breaking it, and even the others are, you know, just questioning everything Billy's doing, but still just rolling with it anyway because it's Billy and they've worked with him, and then, you know, he's got a plan. But yeah, this season is changing up everyone. This season is changing everyone. It's changing everyone that goes into it, and it's just it's pushing everyone past it. Everyone is just teetering off of the edge of the bridge, and they're just trying to hang on, but we don't know how long some people can hold on. Some people can hold on longer than others, and some people can't hold on at all. But yeah, that is also going to be another interesting thing to explore this season. How much more of Billy's crap can Huey actually hold on to? How much more of Billy's crap can Huey force himself through? Like, how much of his procedures and how much more of his decisions can Billy actually trust will get them out and into safety? And, you know, what more will Billy put them through? Like, because Billy, his agenda in this season is clear. All he cares about is getting Becca back. That's his main mission. Everything else, like getting back to his family, getting everyone else back to safety, to him, it's all a side mission. To him, it's all side missions. But you know, for him, it's all about Becca. It's all about Becca. So this season, I feel like we'll take a much darker, look through a darker scope at exploring what is Billy prepared to do to get Becca back. What's he prepared to do to get Becca back? And also, what is he prepared to push the others through? What kind of paces is he prepared to put the others through in order to get his girl back too? Like, he even specified it to Huey that, you know, if he ever gets between him and, say, like, his goal of saving Becca again, he'll actually he'll fucking kill him. I mean, he even in the beginning of this episode, he even, you know, said, you know, he gave him a half-assed apology, and then Huey popped him 1-2 before, and then pulled him back. I was gonna laugh for a second because I thought he actually tried to go for a punch, but then Billy dodged it, and then he actually fell to the floor. But no, he got one in, and then he still kind of stumbled a little bit, and then tried to pop a few back into his chest and everything. So yeah, I don't know, Billy and Huey this season. I don't know how it's gonna go. I sense some breakups coming. I sense some breakups and harsh words coming. So that's fun. We had Homelander pushing Ryan off a roof. Homelander pushing his own son off of the roof of their house, hoping to make him fly, but the kid just went splat against it. I mean, thank God it was grass. I mean, he even pointed out to Becca afterwards that, he's barely got a scratch on him. He's easy. He's like me. He can handle pain and damage and stuff like that. So there was that. And then as soon as Homelander grabs Becca's arm and gets all feisty and rough with her, that's when superhero Ryan kicks in. That's when superhero mode kicks into Ryan. He actually he has the strength to push Homelander onto the ground, and he blasts open those red eyes, and he warns him, "You ever touch my mother again, and I will kill you." He recognizes Becca as his mother. That I think this is gonna be almost like a reverse Superman darkness story coming, like a darker reverse version of Superman, like a version where he hates the father but he's going to protect the mother. I mean, it's I feel like it's like a classic kind of abuse story. Like the son usually protects the mother and jumps in to fight back against the father. So I feel like that might be a tidbit of what's explored here. But Homelander, it's clear that he doesn't care about Ryan in like a genuine way. He cares about what Ryan can do with him and for him. He cares about Ryan because he has his powers. If more of Ryan's human side kicked in and his powers were dormant or not strong enough, then Homelander wouldn't even care. I think he wouldn't even care. But because he knows that he has powers, the kid has his powers, he has the strength, the eyes, and stuff. He actually cares about what Ryan can do for him and how Ryan can elevate him and amplify him and stuff. So yeah, it's all he's doing. It's all he's doing. Like Ryan even expressed how much he didn't think he could fly and how much he didn't want to jump off the roof. But then Homelander goes and just pushes him off anyway. And I think it's the equivalent of actually taking a kid who doesn't know how to swim and literally just chucking them in the pool and hoping for the best. It's the equivalent of that. It's basically the equivalent of that. So yeah, but that was cool, seeing Ryan's powers come on when, Homelander was threatening Becca and just, him threatening him, just leave us alone, get out of here, don't touch my mother again, and all that stuff. It was really cool seeing him protect Becca like that, and, just Becca just cuddling him and just walking away and everything, yeah, so I can tell there's going to be like a little twist towards the end of the season there. There's going to be a twist where he does unlock his powers, but but then he uses them to actually fight Homelander. I can sense a Ryan and Homelander fight coming. I can sense a Ryan and Homelander fight coming where he actually unlocks most of his powers, if not all of them, and he actually, uses it to fight back against Homelander after realizing why he's really there and why he's actually there, because he has powers, and he's interested in those powers. So I look forward to that stuff. I very much look forward to that stuff. And yeah, Homelander had his own speech. Homelander had his own speech to give to the Seven. He basically said "fuck Vought" and "hail the Seven." He kind of sprayed Edgar's words back at him, saying, Homelander and the Seven, they are not Vought, they are simply the product of Vought. Stan even told Homelander, Vought is not a superhero company, they're a pharmaceutical company, and their main product is Compound V, and their kind of demonstrations of Compound V are Homelander and the Seven. The superheroes they create are the demonstration of what Compound V can do and what it can be used for. They're the kind of applicable examples. So Homelander takes those words and sprays it right back in his face, they're not Vought, they're the products of Vought, and so they could, the Seven could care less whether Vought stays standing or whether it burns to the ground. The Seven will stand strong together. At least that's what Homelander hopes. It's the kind of pep talk he gave them. So whether or not he meant it, or whether he meant that he would still stand strong even if Vought fell, is kind of left to see how it unfolds. But he kind of made his point towards Stan clear that he doesn't care what happens to Vought, so long as him and the Seven stand mighty in the face of it all. He's good with it. So that is going to be how I think the season will play out. We're going to see how this Compound V news actually affects Vought, because I think we saw how their stocks were dropping, and they were being threatened with all kinds of lawsuits, and they were being threatened with all kinds of different, like legal actions and everything, and they had options where they could either play the high road and risk it all, or they could actually, face even more damage from denying it. But like it's I mean, we already saw we saw the backlash that they were facing from the Compound V going public, and I think the rest of the season might actually take a closer look at what the superheroes could be without Vought. If Vought goes down, what are the superheroes then? I mean, they're still known, but Vought is the one that pays them. They're the one that handles their promotions, their jobs. They were going over storyboard stuff for Dawn of the Seven, and like the new movie coming out and everything. So I think this season will really question if the boys can survive whatever Billy puts them through, and also, does Vought make the 7, or does 7 make Vought? Does the 7 make Vought? Can Vought stand even with all this Compound V stuff being released, and also can the 7 stand without Vought being there to provide for them and to protect them and everything? Because every bad thing a member of the 7 has ever done has been covered up by Vought, and it's been paid for by Vought, and all those NDAs going out, all those the best lawyers they can afford and everything, have helped to cover up all the bad shit that the 7 have done, either individually or as a group. So if Vought goes down, will that information go public? If Vought goes down, will that information go public? All the crimes they've covered up, all the deaths and collateral damage they've covered up, that information could be leaked as well. But I don't know, and I think that's going to be what the season explores. Can the 7 stand without Vought, and can Vought stand even in the face of all this scandal stuff? So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. But yeah, that is pretty much it. I'm still struggling to process the Stormfront stuff. Honestly, I'm honestly still struggling to process the Stormfront stuff and seeing where that might go. But just the fact that it happened alone is still fresh in my memory. The fact that it happened is still fresh in my memory, and just the way it all went down. Is just, I don't know how I'm gonna deal with Stormfront now. I don't know how I'm gonna deal with actually seeing Stormfront and seeing who she is and seeing the way she is and stuff like that. I think the one thing that makes it bearable might be the rivalry between her and Homelander, seeing how Homelander might deal with her, seeing how she might deal with Homelander, and just I think this season might just be like a competition to see who's actually worse, like Homelander or Stormfront, because Stormlander, he still has that psychopathy about him. And so seeing someone like that, the season might be about him looking at Stormfront and feeling like he's looking in a mirror. He's seeing someone who is just as bad as him, possibly even worse, looking right back him, and even probably attempting to fight him. But yeah, I don't know. I do not know, but I have no good feelings. About it. But yeah, that is pretty much it. Let me know what you guys thought. Let me know what you guys thought about Stormfront and what she did, and the Compound V stuff and Vought and everything. What your theories are, what you think might happen next. But yeah, that is pretty much it. So that was The Boys Season 2, Episode 3, titled Over the Hill with the Swords of 1,000 Men. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it, then burn that like button. Comment on what you thought of the episode and what you think is coming up next time on The Boys. Once again, the uncut reaction will be over on Patreon, so you can go check that out over there. And yeah, that is it. So I will see you guys next time.